Hello everyone. I don't know if I introduced the date, but today is Tuesday, right? May 20th, 2025 at 1:49 p.m. in the afternoon. So, um last night at the other bench that I sat at, thankfully I didn't receive many attacks from people, but almost all night I had to deal with a lot of cigarette smoke, like nonstop. But homeless perps illegally freaking smoking around me. Yeah, and anything that's a gang stalking tactic, yeah, I call that illegal. When you do it because you're a paid gang stalker, yeah, I'm calling everything that y'all perp me with, I'm calling illegal. Gang stalking is a felony crime. I hate for it to be called a misdemeanor in certain states or whatever. It should be a felony everywhere. You know, it should be a felony everywhere. So, like, I used up, like, it's not even the 23rd yet, and I used up more than half. I used up more than half of my phone data. You know, for the cycle of my phone cycle or whatever. So I didn't get any sleep at all on the bench last night, and I had to stay hyper vigilant, and felt like time was going by slow, and felt like time was going by slow, and I you know just was anxious and couldn't wait for a specific time to excuse me, leave the sleep spot area. you know and I left. I don't remember if it was 4 o'clock or 4:30 that I got up and left that bench, and then went to the bus stop really early. you know um and so, well, that location of Waffle House I went to for the first time in months, and I'm glad I had a much better experience. But the only thing I don't like is they don't. It doesn't seem like they have where you can get to charge your phone over there. You know. Excuse me. So, since all I had was a muffin yesterday, and nothing else, I basically did it up for breakfast. I did it up for had me like a decent, breakfast this morning. I could eat. I have enough funds right now that I could eat lunch if I want to. I could eat lunch if I want to. But I'll just wait for dinner, you know. Because I had some, a little help last night. Thanks to y'all who helped. And thanks to y'all who helped. So I don't have to worry about dinner. It was more than one person that helped. Thanks y'all who helped. So I don't have to worry about dinner. What are you doing? Wow, come on, man. What's wrong? This purpose trying to distract me. People are, she doing this on purpose. They had this fake perp lady that was standing parallel to me and then stopped and paused on purpose to make me nervous and distract me. And then, you know, so in the middle of the night, I think it was a black female that left a narcissistic, rude, fake perp comment, you know, on one of my videos from yesterday that I did like this. And she's like, how you gonna get mad at people for going to the bathroom? Makes no sense. And of course I blocked her, but they have some people that legitimately, need to use the bathroom, but they have people who don't legitimately need to use the bathroom, and they pretend to fake like they need to use the bathroom. All this fake high traffic, like say if I'm just standing here scrolling on my phone, looking at entertainment or whatever, there's no traffic. And when you're targeted, and you trying to do a live stream to talk about something important, or say if you trying to, do something important, they'll do stuff to try to disrupt and distract you on purpose, and then make it like as if it's a natural or an accident or something like that. So if they might have some people that legitimately need to use the bathroom, or they have some person pretending like they fake need to use the bathroom on purpose to listen in on you, or they were try to listen in on you, or they would try to just make noise around you, on purpose to try to drown out your voice when you're trying to do a video and talk or whatever. So sometimes they don't even go in there and pee or doo-doo or whatever they got to do. Sometimes they just go in there and just turn on the hand dryer on purpose for noise harassment. And I'm like, grown adults and elderly people just doing this, like, y'all tell me to grow up and act my age? So, that's why I be like getting mad, or like yesterday there wasn't much traffic, but people coming in and out, but all of a sudden for noise harassment to distract me, certain people, not all of them, but certain people, like now, you see how they coming in all loud and ignorant. Excuse me. So, well, I didn't get to have sufficient help for a hotel or a motel, but I have enough to eat tonight. I have just enough where I can eat tonight. I can eat dinner tonight, and then I can. Come on, y'all. Hi. So, like, this old lady was just purple with the red notebook and made sure that the red side or the front is facing me, But a lot of times when people wear red, sometimes you can tell when they're part of the cult. I mean, I understand that certain people can wear red and be innocent and not part of the gang stalking, or they can wear blue and be innocent and not be part of the gang stalking. But sometimes they might act a certain way to let or rub it in your face that they're part of the cult, you know. So, I mean, the reason why I'm not going outside um, to do the video because it's more noise outside, um, and then I gotta deal with flies and stuff, harassing me and touching me and stuff. So, um, excuse me. But even if at this library, if I would try to go in one of the study rooms, I don't even think the rooms are soundproof. I think that I could probably still end up hearing noise, if I were to try to reserve a room reserve a private room or a quiet room just to do a video in, and I wouldn't want people to be disturbed by me too. So, but sometimes they have this room open, sometimes they don't. But they have like events and stuff in here, um, but I don't know if they would ever let me come in here and do a video to try to have some quiet and peace and quiet and more privacy with talking, and less distraction. So, excuse me. But, but it's like, yes, it wasn't that I was just getting mad at people for using the bathroom, but it's like, oh, everything was all quiet. And then once I started the video, that's when everybody coming in and out, in and out. And then after I leave, oh, everything is back quiet again. See, look. Hi. Fine. So, like, like, once I get off the video, they stop all their noise or whatever. Um, so, like, I wish I could put my earbuds in, but if I put my earbuds in and talking normal, the library staff is going to say I'm being disruptive and talking too loud. So if I take my earbuds out, I got to hear everybody else's noise, and then I can't hear myself. It's like I can't hear how loud I am. I don't mean to be loud or intend to. I'm just talking normal. I can have better self-control with talking lower when I don't have my earbuds in. You know. Just like I hope y'all can hear me now. They using a hand dryer. You know. So, but wow. So yeah. Um. But okay. so many perps standing around me. But like, so yeah, I have enough funds for dinner, so I don't have to worry about asking for dinner. Um, and then I don't have to worry about asking for breakfast tomorrow. And like, I'm gonna try to see what I can squeeze in. What could I possibly squeeze in? Like, um, I don't know if I can get myself a hotel night for tomorrow night. And it's supposed to rain all day. And I don't, like, it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, and then have a cold front, and then I don't know about raining over the weekend, but I heard it's supposed to rain off and on next week. I don't know about every day, but it's supposed to rain off and on next week. Um, and then, so like tomorrow, I won't need help with anything because, well, I'm supposed to get the YouTube AdSense payment, and it's not much. It's snack money pretty much. But the stalkers, their mindset is that if I'm not gang stalking too, then I don't deserve any other way to earn money. If I'm not gang stalking as well, then I don't deserve any other way to earn money. If I was earning my own money, what if I was earning enough money from YouTube revenue or earning enough money from my ebooks? Enough that I wouldn't need to ask for donations for food and ask for this and ask for help for that. They would still have a problem and get mad. I thought of that if I had a decent job that would pay me enough money, or if I can earn enough money where I don't need to ask for donations. During that period that I'm working, don't you know they still harass me? Hold up. Even when I have a job and not asking for donations, they still harass me. Come on, man. The lady, she's perking with red shoes and trying to manipulate the baby to cry. She, you know, so I mean, see, I kind of lost my train of thought just now. Um, excuse me. Like they have perps that try to manipulate their kids to make noise or cry or whatever as a noise harassment tactic. It's different from the child naturally crying or the child naturally screaming or doing this, doing that, or whatever, you know. But anyway, so yeah, like if I had a way I'm where I'm excuse me, where I can earn my own money without needing to ask for donations, like when I had jobs. And don't let the stalkers tell you a narrative. The same people that sex trafficking and murdering and brag about raping kids, how can you take them seriously if they're illegally swatting and trying to have somebody dead? how can you take them seriously about when how you gonna let an internet stranger tell the narrative about my life? If I wasn't doing YouTube video, like if I wasn't doing videos in 2017 and 18, how are hi, see, so like how are they gonna tell you um I mean, how are they gonna go around telling people what I was doing in my life? And how are they gonna tell people what I was doing in my stop? How are they gonna tell people what I was doing in my life in 2017 and 18, or even 2019 before I started being active with doing YouTube videos? You know, and excuse me, how are they going to tell you what I was doing in 2017, 18, 19? How are they going to tell you what I was doing when I was in college? How are they going to tell you what I was doing when I was living in Denton, Texas? But they think that, oh, Candy did such and such when she was in Denton, Texas. Who told you that? How do you know? You're just making up stuff. So I thought, if these stalkers trying to rewrite history of my life, maybe I should go ahead and write an autobiography. Maybe I should go and write an autobiography and work on it. Maybe I should go and work on an autobiography. I should go. I thought about it this morning that, they would, hold on, man, like, the cult network is so obsessed that the interview video that I shared, come on, y'all. And the library staff don't tell them that they're being too loud. Damn. Y'all see this? Get your ass away from here. She come stand by me. Shut up and get away. She comes stand over by me and talking with a loud fake phone conversation. She came over by me with a loud fake phone conversation. So, they're trying to distract me, especially when you get to the meat of, when you get to the main point of like documenting and exposing the stalkers. That's when they have in-person perps to come and distract you even, and make more noise and distract you even harder. Excuse me. So, and then, causing me to forget what I was saying or lose my train of thought. Yeah, they do that too. So there were points in time when I would be working for a few weeks, or working for a couple of months, and the online stalkers illegally find out where I'm at and either get me wrongfully banned from my job or make threats to, and then I gotta deal with being workplace bullied or workplace mobbed at work. And ganged up on and mobbed against at work. Who the hell wants to deal with that? Why can't I do my job and work in peace? you know. So I'm tired of workplace bullying, workplace harassment, um, which actually hinders your performance of doing your job properly, you know. Um, so I'm just rather stick with my writing, and if the if the stalkers would not make fake bad reviews on all my ebooks, or um, if they would not deter my supporters, then I could be earning more money from my writings. Or if they find out someone purchased one of my, if they find out someone purchased one of my ebooks or supported me, they would go after that person and cuss that person out and attack that person. And if the person does not cave in and start defending and agreeing with them and join their cult and betray me, then they would keep attacking that person. Like I was trying to say that the interview video has like about 18 likes right now, and it has about 18 likes last I checked, and over 300 comments, over 300 comments from the cult, from them alone, you know. Excuse me, but people say it takes a lot of strength to stay on the right path and don't cave in and join them, you know. So the stalkers are like, they won't stop. They won't stop at making comments, and it's like they are pissed off and mad about that interview, you know. They're really mad about the interview. And I hate that they always illegally find out everything about my life. You know, it's like because they be Google and YouTube search me all day, every day. And they used to stalk my GoFundMe several times a day when I had one. I don't have a GoFundMe anymore, but they see now that they know that I'm, ever since the Go Get funding, they used to stalk that every day too. But I guess they don't stalk that as much because, like, I seldom get donations on the Go Get funding, you know. But one thing I hate about GoFundMe and similar, they take out a whole honk of extra fees, you know. And the same thing with the Ko-fi, you know. If someone donates you $500, it seems like they take damn near $100 out for fees and stuff, and then leave you with like 400 left. You know, excuse me, even with the Ko-fi. But you know, it's like I'm wondering, like they said that you can earn an income and earn a living with the Ko-fi and whatever art you can produce, whatever you can create, whatever you can create and whatever you could do, you know, with the Ko-fi. Excuse me. Um, but it's like there's so many different things I wanted to talk about, and not only wanted to, but need to talk about. You know, but I said that since the stalkers are, you know, like I felt discouraged yesterday, but I feel like today I'm bouncing back, and I'm gonna write me a fiction short story. You know, for someone to harass and stalk and bully you, and then at the same time talk about that you're ungodly and you're hateful and you're abusive and you treat people mean and this and that. And that's what they're doing to me. You know, they're a bunch of devil worshippers, and they tell me go get a job. But okay, how do you have a job? How can you function with a job if you lose sleep behind stalking me? You you actually lose sleep or you never get sleep because you're so invested on stalking and watching my every move. Are you superhuman that you don't need sleep? Because I damn sure need sleep. You know, shut up. Fake crusty raggedy ass perp. Shut the hell up. It sounded like he was trying to mock me. He was wearing all black. So I was, in case y'all didn't hear me, I was trying to say, you gotta be superhuman if you don't need sleep. So I even need sleep, but they be sleep depriving me. But I think I got like only 3 hours of sleep, and need more sleep and just constantly tired. Like, I need more sleep. I have what they say sleep debt, but you know that's one of their gang stalking tactics is to keep you sleep deprived on purpose so that you can't be fully functional. And there have been moments when I've been days of sleep deprived to the point where I end up finding myself being extra clumsy, clumsy and weak, and can't keep my balance. And the stalkers, yeah, they're sex traffickers because they're sexually perverted. But yeah, since they try to rewrite history and rewrite the narrative about my life, I seldom talk about what things happen in Denton, Texas. What do the stalkers claim that they know about when I was living in Denton, Texas? And think that they can tell the story better than I can. How can an internet stranger think that they can tell the narrative about your life better than you and try to convince people that I'm lying? Trying to manipulate and convince people to think, oh, she lying. And they're stalking, harassing, and attacking me because I won't join their cult. And they try to convince targets to flip and become perps and lose their souls. Like, y'all ought to see the emails that they send me. It's like a lot of sexual harassment and perversion. But then they be self-righteous about Candy spends her money or Candy this way or, if I work a job and do something nice for myself with the paycheck, they devour and attack me, Now, when I got my royalties from my first set of ebooks, my first ebook, I got kind of a little handful of support. My royalties was like $25 or something like that back in 2020 when I self-published the Gang Stalked and Targeted by the Psych World ebook. And I also offer it for free as well, but the stalkers, got a lot of the links wrongfully taken down of the YouTube video links and stuff to try to show proof of, what I'm going through, and that right there could have been an autobiography, but what if I just write, like I wrote an ebook about my mental health system experiences, my homelessness experiences, my foster care abuse experiences, this experience, that experience, but I was debating for a long. I figure I got enough YouTube videos that I may not need to do an autobiography. But what if I just do an autobiography? Telling the narrative, the true narrative. about my life. But then all the abusers that's guilty want to get mad and act like, oh, we're gonna sue you and stuff like that. You need to get sued. Like the first, and then like with the royalties with my first Amazon Kindle check, like this, and the stalkers were mad and making fake bad reviews on all my ebooks to deter any support and everything, even making other professed targets to hate me. So they so they like the gang stalking cult network and my family were really pissed and mad at that first ebook about the gang stalking. I even wrote self-published and wrote an ebook about my experience with suffering PTSD, complex PTSD, and I wrote a general little ebook about narcissistic abuse. I wrote and self-published an ebook about like different sets of my fiction short stories, but I don't have access to the last like volume of short stories. So like as I said, certain authors write certain books and add on to what they previously did and then resell it. I could do that and just like self-publish everything. Like and and like they even went on a goodreads.com website and smear campaign that made fake bad reviews on my ebooks even then, even on there, and like the insults that they say, the things that they say in the insults is hurtful enough to make me cry, or almost on the verge of wanting to cry or be highly discouraged, and they make me feel like I'm doing or saying something wrong, and they'd be like, oh, they're the only ones that say Candy writes like a third grader and she makes no sense. Or they try to falsely paint a narrative like they try to falsely make it like Candy she has no business writing ebooks because she doesn't have life experience. Or they try to make it like, they try to falsely make it like as if that my short stories is like a sexually perverted 8-year-old. But they keep stalking and reading. Like if you sick of my short stories and don't like them, then how do you read all 250? How do you read so many of them if you hate what I write and continue stalking and reading, and you disgusted with me and think, oh, she's such an insufferable parasite? Who gave you the authority to think you can stalk and watch my every move? Nobody. I mean, and there's some videos that I have in mind, to video topics and blog posts that I have in mind, but it's like I'm so damn sleep deprived and tired that I can only like write like small writing assignments because of being so sleep deprived and tired, and not being able to properly rest. Excuse me. But as I said, when I had the job with the temp service and working like 6 days a week and still getting harassed and stalked, harassed, and threatened all day, every day, and I had a job, and then I rewarded myself because I got rewarded like the employee of the week, or I think it was employee of the week, and that was the first job that ever, had rewarded me something like that for being a good worker. And so I treated come on, man, stop. So I treated myself to a Chilean sea bass dinner. I treated myself to a Chilean sea bass dinner, and the stalkers were like, "Who told you you could treat yourself to a Chilean sea bass dinner? And who told you you could do this? I don't. Whose permission do I need? It's my money, you know." And it's like internet strangers trying to police and control, you know, and they were stalking my GoFundMe every day. And when you're targeted and you working and have a job, the moment and there was a white female that did a video about this. I saw the video in like 2019. I don't remember her name, but she was doing a video about gang stalking and workplace mobbing and all that. And she even said that, like, when you get a job and then once you start building up and being financially comfortable, then they swoop in and sabotage and lower your pay or reduce your hours, or they look for an excuse to wrongfully fire you, or have people to come and harass you and gang up on you until they bully or perp you off the job, to where you can no longer feel safe to go back and work there. You know, so I know the narrative about my life. I don't know everything about my own life, because they got some people that know more about my life than I know about my own life, keeping stuff secret away from me, you know. So but I'm not gonna talk much longer, but I might, but it's like I'm gonna try to see if I can get a hotel room with the and I can only, if I do get one, I can only afford one night. If it's raining, I'm gonna have to take. If it's raining bad enough, I'm gonna have to take an Uber. If I do get a hotel, you know. But I'm gonna need to purchase some more like of my hygiene items and supplies. Um, oh, my right shoulder still hurts. Um, yeah, I'm trying to see what I could do. So with my hair, you know, I don't know if I have to use certain conditioner to maybe try to see if I can still fight to comb the matted knots out of my hair, you know. And I hope I can get all the tangles out and, you know, continuing to let my hair grow rather than being forced to have to get it all cut off. I'm gonna try again. Because like I've been hesitant to use conditioners because it was I think it was Suave Shea Moisture. Suave Shea Butter and Almond. No, it was Suave Shea Butter and Almond hair conditioner, and it was making my hair fall out. I don't remember if it was Suave. No, it wasn't. Was it Suave? I think it was Suave hair conditioner, and it was. I just remember it was a green bottle, and it was shea butter and almond, and like my hair, I thought my hair was just naturally thinning because people talked about all my life about my hair being so thick. So, like in 2022, I was putting that in my hair, and my hair was matted up and knotted, and excuse me, it was a fight to take the tangles out, but it was making my hair was falling out, and I thought it was the directed energy weapons, but come to find out it was that product, and it seemed like that product permanently changed my hair texture. And I heard that, I didn't know that there were lawsuits. Well, if there were lawsuits, why wasn't there a recall, or why did they continue selling the product, that was making my hair fall out, you know. So I quit using the product and was hesitant to use like hair conditioner, you know, and as I said, dealing with the coconut oil is natural, but I'm hesitant, about the idea of, coconut oil clogging drains and stuff, you know. But that was, one of my favorite things to use for my hair is the, coconut oil. But, yeah. So I need to find, it may not even, I feel disappointed that I might have to find a product that ain't natural, but I'm hoping I can get the tangles and mats out of my hair, you know. Still trying to fight to see what I can do. And once I get the tangles out, if I can, I wish I can go swimming, you know, I wish I could go swimming. Excuse me. So, but yeah, I'm gonna need some more of my soap, which I can get that, I can try to get, the liquid soap. I have a bar soap of the same brand just to hold me over, you know. So, like, what am I supposed to be expected to do with $163? If you're homeless in a hotel room, they got me wrongfully. Ooh, I accidentally pulled my hair. I'm homeless, and the stalkers got me wrongfully banned from the cheap $60 and $80 motels. So if the hotel night would cost $125 out of $163, that's where my money went right there. For them to talk about, oh, Candy mismanages her money and she doesn't budget. They're just trying to make me look bad and working desperately hard to make me look bad. You know, and I mean, it's crazy how many people would rather believe an internet stalker, a satanic internet stalker, over the horse's mouth or the originator. This is my life. If you think I'm lying about everything, how come you've been stalking and watching me for years? If I'm so if you find me disgusting, like how you find me disgusting and repulsive, like why you but y'all call me the mentally ill one. So I'm just letting y'all know what's up. Excuse me. If all I can get is a hotel, cause it's supposed to rain tomorrow, and then be cold. But I don't know if it's gonna rain tomorrow night. If I had to be on the streets tonight, that would be the sixth night on the streets. Tonight would be the sixth night on the streets. And then the stalkers are harassing me, telling me no more hotel room until your court date. Those arrests were fraudulent. With the stalkers illegally swatting me and stuff. Those arrests were fraudulent. And now I have forced fake fines to pay. So even with my birthday month, August, I gotta deal with court and fines behind their freaking childish ass games that's ruining my life. I can't even enjoy our birthday month. And I couldn't enjoy it last year because Wyatt died the day before. And I got perked really heavy on our birthday. It was like really heavy. Like the gang stalk they gang stalk you the worst on your birthday. And they don't care. They treat you mean and cause like they treat you. Come on, stop. They had an underage boy that perked him with the red and black. He just causing all kinds of noise now. But I believe that my hair is ruined and damaged. You know. But yeah, it's like I'm trying to figure out what I could do or what could I do, or, and as I said, the stalkers like no more hotel nights until after your court dates. Like who and then they lie and say Candy is so narcissistic and entitled. Well, who gave you the authority to try to control my life and tell me what to do and how to live? I'm not taking advice from people who want me dead and trying to destroy me. And just talk bad about me all day, every day. And they want to talk about, oh, Candy cursed someone out for telling her to go and use the $10 to go buy some tuna and bread or whatever. But she got herself two tuna sandwiches that she ordered on DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever. And she would rather just live that life. Like, no. I'm living day to day in a hotel. So if I'm in a hotel and I have enough funds for a few days plus enough funds for food for a few days, in which I don't get to have that much anymore, if I know I'm gonna stay a few nights, come on, man. If I know I'm gonna stay a few nights and also have enough enough funds for food, then yeah, I might get me some groceries or order some groceries. But if I'm living day by day and don't know if I'm gonna have a hotel tomorrow, what sense does that make to order groceries and I gotta check out tomorrow or the next day, And then the stock, come on. The stalkers think I need a handler to control me. They're doing this on purpose. I was trying to say that the stalkers think I need a handler The stalkers think I need a handler to control me. They think I need a handler to control me. And that's why they want me in the mental health system on psych medications so that it could be easier to control me and I can't fight back. But I would really be overeating. You know, they try to make it like I just got 2 tuna sandwiches. Those were not even tuna sandwiches. This week that was chicken salad sandwiches. And it was buy one, get one free. I ate one day and then the other one the next day. They try to make it like as if I just greedily devoured 2 sandwiches in one day. And if I did, it's not your money. It wasn't your donation. It's none of your freaking business. You don't have the authority or the right to meddle in my life. Something's wrong with you freaking stalkers. And y'all say, I'm mental. It's y'all. Y'all the ones that need help. Y'all the ones that's sick. So, as I said, I'm unsure and trying to figure out what I can do with the trying to figure out what I can do with the $163 AdSense payment tomorrow. Like, I know I gotta there might be certain hygiene items or certain things I might have to be forced to do without in order to get a hotel room for the night, in order to stay safe out of the rain, you know. But a lot of my you know, it's really frustrating, you know. As I said, I don't know what I can do, like how to try to, and then it's like they try to tell police and control how they think I should be spending my money. It's not their business. Like, if you want me dead, how you gonna give me lessons on survival, on how to live? Stop trying to control me. Y'all the narcissists. And then they say, don't forget, Candy, we own you. Who gave you that permission? They won't answer that question. But they're frustrated that they can't succeed at putting me under total control. They don't have the authority or the right to control me, even if they're older than me, because I'm a grown woman. I'm almost 42. You know. But the names that they call me, it's like you would think that they're second and third graders. Sexually perverted second and third graders. You know. So, you know, like, well, the reason why if I can't live stream tonight, I won't be able to live stream tonight because of live stream. I won't be able to live stream tonight. Because I already used up so much phone data. I used up so much phone data, so I won't be able to live stream tonight. And like, that YouTube AdSense payment is gonna be gone before the weekend. It's probably gonna be gone before Friday. You know, it will be gone before Friday. So, as I said, they got me wrongfully banned from. Stop. That was a purple with the red shirt. Um, see that? See, he didn't even use the bathroom. He just walked in there. Just to he walked in there on purpose just to turn on a hand dryer for noise harassment and then immediately walked out. He's purple with the red shirt. That's the type of childish stuff that they do. So yeah, like, what's the point of turning on? What's the point of turning on the hand dryer if you're gonna immediately walk out? And his hands were dry; they weren't even wet. He didn't even wash his hands with water. Your hands don't dry that quick. So they said it's supposed to rain tomorrow. I don't know if it's supposed to rain over the weekend, but it's definitely supposed to rain next week. That's what I saw, the forecast say, you know. But the gang stalking cult program forces a lot of us TIs to be homeless. Not all targets, but they try to get us to be homeless and make our lives more expensive. They have people that's just attacking and judging me, and they don't take the time or to care to understand and learn. The time that they take stalking and attacking me, they can have some empathy, and if they really care, they will look at the links in the description box and have a better understanding about what we targets got to go through. But no, they just attack us and call us paranoid and schizophrenic and falsely accuse us of lying and stuff like that, And anybody that supports and defends me, they will attack and be like, "You're just as crazy as her," and they get more irritated at my supporters than they do me. Like, they're the ones who are criminals, that satanic cyber criminals that need to be put to a stop, and they are the ones who need to stay off the internet. If you live for just cyber attacking people all day, every day, they're into some dark, wicked stuff, y'all. So, damn. See, that was deliberate. Move. It's fucking ridiculous. I can't continue my video because it's fucking. I was just about to wrap my video up. Shut up and get out of here. That's deliberate. Fuck! Stop! So I have to be forced to fucking come outside because she illegally hijacked my video session, and she just illegally hijacked and perped me out of the lobby so she can overtake me and illegally hijack my video with her fake ghetto phone conversation. So what she did was she walked in. As soon as she walked in the lobby, the fake phone rings. Oh, is that a coincidence? I was just about to get done with wrapping up my video. Trying to say my closing remarks. I was trying to not come outside because of the flies and distractions and stuff, you know. And look, he's purple with red shirt and red Ford Escape. He didn't even stay at the library long. He's red shirt, red SUV. That's the perp that just harassed me with the fake bathroom trip. So these internet strangers, they don't deserve to know what I do with my life and my finances because they won't tell me what they did with theirs. If the stalkers wanted to treat themselves with money that they earned from working, they don't have to answer to anyone, but why do I? Imagine working and having your own job for a few weeks and still being harassed, people harassing and giving you death threats and threats to harm you. Even while you're working and being independent and not begging for anything or asking for anything, they are keeping me this way because I won't sell out. These freaking underage retards who act like they want to delusionally believe that they're my handlers and that they own me. They delusionally believe that they're my handlers and that they own me. I'm trying to wake people up to what's going on, and people won't listen on purpose. Like, you gotta be a sick person to defend and agree with people who openly brag about raping kids and think it's funny. So, like, it's hard trying to squeeze in what I can do, you know, tomorrow if I got to spend between $125 and $150 for a hotel night because the stalkers got me wrongfully banned from the cheaper $60 and $80 places. And not knowing if all would be available would have to be a hotel where I gotta pay a deposit. But you know, even with my Google AdSense money, you know, I would get devoured and attacked and forbidden and not allowed to treat myself to a nice meal. And it don't even have to be a 5-star meal. You know, where could I go for a 5-star meal? I mean, if you have to be rich and have a certain kind of elegant or whatever formal dress code in order just to eat at the restaurants that the restaurants for the rich folks that start at 5 p.m. and you have to have a reservation and dress a certain way. You have a certain kind of dressy dress code. I can't afford those kinds of restaurants. It's like my AdSense check will be nothing but spent on survival. You know. But it's like I'm still trying to figure out what I can do. I don't know yet what the hotel prices might be or where I could go. What they might be or where I could go. So, yeah, I'm just, and I hate that, why do I have to answer to internet strangers on what to do with my earned Google AdSense payment, in which that's considered work or a job too. It's being a content creator or whatever, it's considered self-employment. The stalkers are mad that they don't have my soul. And they claim that, oh, we own you and we own your soul. No, you don't. A godly biblical person wouldn't say stuff like that. How do you think you got so much power when you brag about crumbs that's $76,000 a year? So I think the fake Stephon Adams perp, I don't remember how much he said that he makes, but he tried to claim that he's a junior handler. And I screenshot when he's talked about something about that he's a junior handler and working his way up to being a senior handler. You're not, none of y'all are my handlers. Y'all just perps that want to be my handler. You're never gonna get my soul. So, excuse me. So, I don't know exactly yet where I'm gonna eat for dinner tonight, but I mean this evening. But I won't be able to live stream tonight, but I probably could do like a few videos or a video or something, you know. I probably could do a video or something. And but if I do a video tonight, I won't be able to upload it until tomorrow morning. So it looks like I have to be on the streets tonight. Depending on what hotel I could go to, if someone donated for tonight for a hotel for me to get off the streets tonight, excuse me, I guess I can't count on that to happen. But if I were to get help with enough funds to make ends meet for a hotel tonight, then depending on what hotel, I probably could live stream if I could use the Wi-Fi, but I won't be able to do live stream and use my phone data tonight because I gotta try to ration my phone data. Wow, they walked so damn close by me when they had extra doors. But excuse me, but yeah, so if I don't get a hotel night tonight, if I don't get help with a hotel night tonight, then 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 I won't be able to live stream, and I'll just have to do a regular video or two. Like, I have to ration the rest of my phone data until June 8th. That's when the pay period will start back again. And June 8th seems kind of like a far time away. And, you know, it seems like a far time away. So I already used like over 27 gigabytes out of 50. So I gotta try to ration, you know. So tonight I'm good with dinner. Tomorrow I'm good. I have enough for breakfast. And I'll just wait around for whenever the AdSense check is supposed to come. And then if it's not raining, I guess I'll have to take, like, I don't know how many doggone buses to get to the hotel. But if it is raining like they said it was going to rain, then I'm going to have to take an Uber, depending on how bad it might be raining, you know. And then, if I do get a hotel, then I can only do one night. I can only do one hotel night. And then have to be back on the streets Thursday. You know. So I'm just updating y'all and letting y'all know, you know, how I'm surviving and how I'm living or whatever. But with the gang stalking cult program, they attack us targets and keep us forced poor and forced homeless. And a lot of the people that claim to be targeted, and they're financially well off because they sold their souls and they're going around and perping other TIs. They're perping other targeted individuals. And then the ones that's perping you, they got narcissistic personalities attached to them after selling their souls. And then they use projection and lie and say that you're gang stalking them. And then they have the smear campaign and have everybody in the TI community to start perping and abusing you. And it's like, you just have no hope and nowhere to turn to. And it's like the worst nightmare that even other professed targets is gang stalking you after they sold out. Because they feel like they took the easy way out and can't handle being homeless or can't handle being poor. So they just sold their soul to the devil and get a nice new freaking Mercedes overnight. And setting up uncorrupted targeted individuals. So it's like I'm driving myself crazy. And also, like, I'm driving myself crazy because I need to practice to not be intimidated by the perps' opinions about me. You know, especially when they worshiping the devil and trying to control me and everything, and they're abusive and narcissistic, and they can't control me, so they want to try to control how others see me and make everybody hate me and keeping me further isolated with less support. I mean, because I really wanted to try to work on detangling my hair and trying to I wanted to be able to get me some conditioner to be able to detangle my hair and stuff, you know. And I still never got to rinse the pepper spray out of my left eye. I think the blowing of the wind is probably what caused my eye to be blown in when I was trying to blow it in that man's eyes after he hit me. He kept trying to fight me. So You know, I don't want to have to deal with the last resort of being forced to have to cut all my hair off again. You know, I wanted to let it grow and for me to look more like a woman, you know. So, yeah, I'm driving myself crazy trying to figure out what could I do with the $163. It's not much. And the stalkers think they got the fake authority to police and control my finances, my interactions with people. You know, yeah, I'm end up being on here longer than I intended. So let me go back inside. It's 3:11 p.m. in the afternoon. And I said, I don't care how small it is, but I promise that I'm going to work on a short story today. And I'm going to listen to the Bible. And I'm going to try to make it a point to pray too. But I don't know if I could get to listen to my Christian songs. You know. But I'll keep y'all updated. And y'all keep me in your prayers. They're trying to off me, y'all. I love y'all. I'm